So hello everyone, today we'll be solving this problem from Codeforces. It's team training, 800 rated. So there's an IT campus, training sessions are going on and students will attend. Skill of 5 student is given by positive integer a of I. Coach considers a team strong if it's at least x uh, that means it should be greater than or equal to x. The strength should be greater than or equal to x. That's your first condition. Now how to calculate the strength is uh, size into size into minimum of array, the minimum element of the array or the sub array would be perfect for this problem. Okay, 4 into minimum of 5 3 6 8, 4 into 3 12. Yeah, done. Then the input format will be given test cases. So I'll take my competitive programming template and take my test cases. Yeah, that was about input. So for each test case, maximum possible number of teams with strength at least x. So you need to calculate all the subarrays of size say s, of s size, among which there's a minimum element that has a product with the size greater than or equal to x. So basically that means, let's come back to the algorithm. Let's say there's some size and there's a size subarray. We need to find minimum of it and multiply it by size, and if it's greater than or equal to x, it's a valid team. So they are asking how many maximum number of subarrays you can make like this, or not subarrays actually, it's the better thing is subsequences. So we need to build subsequences which satisfy this condition, this particular condition. So I would do solve. Yeah. Now, since I know every time my strength would be this for every subsequence, instead of finding minimum, which would take me O of n times, why shouldn't I sort this? Why shouldn't I sort this? So if I sort this, I can minimize time from O of n square to O of n log n. A dot begin to A dot n. I have a small template thing for this. Why isn't the sort working? Yeah, it's working. That was some intelligence related issue. And I also need to pass this as well so that I get sorting in reverse order. Because I'm habituated to iterating from starting to end. That's the only reason. If you are comfortable with iterating from backwards, it's up to you. So let's take a pointer starting from 0. So they have mentioned a case, they have mentioned a, what can I say, condition. Where was it? I just read it now. Given each team must have at least one participant. Each team must have at least one participant. So int number of participants minimum is 1, number of participants is 1, and let's iterate. So that's not ARR, it's A, right? Sorry, my bad. If, see, since it's a sorted array, reverse sorted array, let's take this test case because it seems small. If I take 9197, the sorted array I would get would be 9 7 and 1, the reverse sorted array. So instead of calculating minimum every time, if I just keep this as minimum, that would make it one size subarray, one size subarray, or a subsequence, one size subsequence. So the minimum would obviously be the number itself. So every time I take a number, it would be the minimum. So I need to multiply according to our formula size into minimum of subsequence. Size into minimum of subsequence. So if I do that, my size is number of participants. If I do that, that would give me size into number of participants. If it's greater than or equal to x, if it's greater than or equal to x, that means I've got a valid array. I've got a valid array. If I get a valid array, if I get a valid array, all I need to do is take a counter, okay, long count. I need to take a counter. I need to increment the counter since I found a strong team. I need to update the count. Then what should I do? So this 9 and every participant must belong to exactly one team. That means 9 cannot belong to any other team. Once you have picked 9 from here, you cannot again make 9-7. You cannot make 9-7 or 9-1 or something like that. So now since again I need to check for the next element, which would be of size 1 again. After finding the element, after finding one valid element, that's 9, I need to check for the next valid element again of size 1. So I need to reset the number of participants back to 1. All right. Else if I don't find, if 9 is not a 9 was not a valid one, then I would, sorry, number of participants I should increase, right? I should increase the number of participants. See, if I didn't, if 9 is not a valid one, 9 is not a valid one, the next thing I would check for is 9-7. I need to check for this part, 9 and 7, because as the size would increase, number of participants, right? Problems of having long variable names. So from this, what you get is, if you pick 9-7, say 1 into 9, 1 into 9, the previous one was 1 into 9, this part, which gave you 9, and your, say, x was some 10. So now if you pick 9-7, you can do 2 into 9, you can do, 2 into 7, which is 14. So probably you'll end up getting a bigger value. So that would actually help. So this is how I derived the greedy solution. And at the end, I need to return this count. Let's see if this actually works. Hopefully it should pass. And it gave a sig term. Let's see why. Okay, usually this sig term thing comes up when array goes out of bounds, which is not possible here. I'm incrementing I always. What else could be the reason? So let's replace all integer things with long. This should be long. Probably the reason is integer overflow. Long, and this should also be greater long. Is there anywhere long missing? Let's take this also as, and also this one, and let's run the code again. Didn't receive an output. I forgot to write the print statement. For every test case, I need to print this solve of a comma x. at least not a sick term. So that long thing was the only reason, I guess. Logically, we are on the right track. These kind of syntax things are like they keep happening, at least with me. Yeah, and this got passed. Let's submit this. And this got accepted. Perfect.